I'll get you connected for sure. You gonna put one button or just loose?
Oh, just loose.
All right, bet.
Because if I'm too fat. Recording.
Oh yeah, are you recording?
I'm recording.
Right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm Juan Bataya. I'm here on DBS. I'm here with another interview with Christian Etherington, who is our mentor, and who also has close to a decade of sales and in leadership, and also in personal growth. He's been in the United States for close to 15 years, and he's been in Utah for about 10 years. Introduce yourself, Christian.
Well, I think...
What did I miss?
Nope, that was it. You did a great job. You
did my best, right?
Anything.
So with this interview, why I didn't why I didn't show you the questions was just to keep the conversation authentic.
Okay.
Which won't. Mike Tyson says, "Oh, you have a plan until you get punched in the face," right? Mm-hmm. So with this interviews, we are allowing ourselves to get punched in the face and letting ourselves recover. And how authentic was that, right?
Okay. Yep.
And then that's the part of that's the point of the interview, and how and the questions will allow you to explain to the audience the lessons you've learned by getting punched in the face and getting back up.
Perfect.
So the first question is, what is success to you?
That's I think a very loaded question, because success, it has so different meanings, right?
Right.
And people have their own interpretation of success, but because of the circle of people that I surround myself and the kind of life that they've had, which is my goal to also have, it's, for me personally, success is being able to rise and help other people achieve the same goal. For me, success is to live a life of significance where I can actually go ahead, turn around, and help other people with whatever goal is it that they have. It's not necessarily the amount of money that I have, but it's how many people can actually remember your name. So that, to me, is success, is when people can remember who I am, and where people can be able to depend and trust my level of integrity and character that I have.
Okay, so achieving success is you going out there and putting in the work for that people can not necessarily remember your name, but spread the cause that spread the fire that you did, I guess. Right?
Exactly. So for me, it's an opportunity to be able. So I had an experience last year where it changed the perception of how I see life, because I was chasing after the money and I was chasing after that kind of level of success. But I believe that's the lowest tier of success, and it comes where, for me, it's all I want to be able to do is, at the end of this life, when we're no longer here, the ultimate level of success is how many people can I take with me. And that's how I see success, and that's the purpose that I'm living here now after the experience that I had last year.
Perfect. So not chasing, but attracting.
Correct.
Perfect. So through that journey, what was the most important lesson that you still use in your daily agenda?
What journey?
Of your successful journey.
My successful journey?
Your life journey.
That do not underestimate small beginnings. Like, do not underestimate this opportunity, finding this room, being able to have friends who started just the same as you. For me, it's like, don't underestimate where everything starts, because we always have to start small. We always have to start somewhere. And for me, being able to have close to a decade of doing what I'm doing, I never thought I was gonna be able to be where I'm at and having the relationships that I have, only because I just wanted to create $500 a month. that was just the beginning on how I started.
Wow. From $500 to $1 million connections, right? You say background. So what does background have, or how has that influenced your upbringing, your background? Explain to the audience your background.
My background was born and raised in Guadalajara, Mexico. Come from a single mother home. My dad died when I was 5. So I grew up with that background. I grew up with a lot of, you could say, negativity and a lot of poor, but I call it poor mentality, just because, sure, I mean, things over there were hard, but I believe that poor is just more in the mind than anything. So coming up from that background, you can say I had a lot of setbacks, but I learned to love that setbacks because it prepared me to what it's happening at the moment in the life that I want to have. So at first, sure, it was challenging, it was difficult, but now understanding why was that needed to be able to be who I am now is I'm actually grateful for those setbacks that people sometimes call. I don't call them setbacks, I call them just opportunities of growth and being able to change the way that you see that.
Okay, perfect. You've been on both spectrums, the impoverished spectrum, and we're rich with the mindset we carry.
Correct.
How does that allow you to connect with people who have a impoverished mindset?
I think it just allows me to connect with people just because I understand the way that they're thinking. I understand because I was there once.
Right.
I had the same mindset. I have the same way of thinking. So it helps me to be more compassionate or more empathetic and being able to understand, hey, you know what? If it's their time, great, I'm here to help out. But if it's not, it's okay. I'm just going to love them and respect them because they may not be there. They may have to go through other certain things in life in order to be where they're, right? I believe in something called the law of timing. And I believe that everything is going to happen at its own given time. I just have to be patient and be the one that shows respect and love to other people, understanding that I hope that one day they will be able to create that mindset as well. But if they don't, it's okay because I'm still going to care about them and still love them and respect them.
Perfect. So going back to the character or the traits you need to connect with the people, such as being compassionate, respectful, and most importantly, loving. People nowadays see that as a weak trait or unmasculine trait. What do you have to say to those people?
I don't think they understand really what being masculine is, because masculine is about protection. Masculine is about being able to provide. So if you cannot protect and provide in terms of a safe space for people to be able to be vulnerable, to be safe, to be able to be themselves, then I don't think they truly understand what masculinity is like. It's about
the true sense of it.
Exactly, because when you say, let me ask you this, right? When you use the word masculine, it is what comes to mind first.
A luchador.
Exactly, a wrestler,
Yeah,
like
right.
beard and muscles,
the mask on,
right? And I have met so many people like this where they're not there. They're not a protectors. They're not providers, right? So masculinity is just more about what you stand for and be able to understand. As a man, I'm here to provide and protect. So if I cannot provide and protect people's opinions or people's the way that they feel, and be able to create a safe space for everybody around me, then I don't truly believe that I'm being masculine like that. And masculinity comes in many different ways, where being assertive, being able to take sometimes no for an answer, and being able to, but doing it in a respectful way.
Exactly.
Right? Being able where your boundaries are not transpassed or being able to do that, right? And I think being masculine, it comes with a responsibility as well.
Oh, wow.
So masculinity it comes with responsibility, and I don't believe that in this world like we're having today, that is being taught. And it took me a while.
So if you don't inform yourself, you will be misinformed.
Yes, but I think we believe, so now we are in a world where, I have my tablet here for notes, and I have so much access to information. So information is no longer power because we have it in the tips of our hands. I believe that knowing how to apply the knowledge is what gives you power now. So it's applying knowledge that it really gives power to people, because I can give you a lot of facts, but if I don't know how to apply that, then how do I help you? Does that make sense?
Exactly. Gold is gold unless you use it, and as well as what did you say? Sorry.
I talk a lot.
Yeah.
What part?
No, the very ending part.
Applied knowledge is power?
Yeah. There you go. Knowledge is not power, but the usage of it.
Exactly. It's like, think about it, right? Like all those books that we've been reading, or all the things that happened prior technology, there was wisdom, and people will go to these people to be able to find wisdom, right? But now, like, you don't have to have that. You have literally everything on ChatGPT. It can give you so much information.
Yeah.
But the question is, well, how do I apply? Because we live in a YouTube university kind of deal, but it's they always give general advice, and that's the only thing, right? So for me, it's finding somebody who cares about you, who knows your dreams and your goals, who has the life that you want, and he can direct your path specifically and tell you to your needs how to achieve your dream and goal, and to tell you how to apply it. That's true power. Not information, but how to apply it. It gives you power.
I see your movement on Instagram. The Christian Effect. Explain yourself. What is the Christian Effect?
It's all pretty much just how you guys started. It was just an idea. A friend reached out to me, and all it started, we just want to experience. We just need a little bit of growth. We need a little bit of trying to figure it out. So I say, hey, let's just do it. This is just kind of like what I want to be able to show to the audience. It's just my life, honestly.
Exactly.
So that's just all it is. There's nothing too big, nothing too crazy.
What's your goal? What's your goal with the Christian Effect?
With Christian Effect?
Because honestly, I feel like I'm part of the Christian Effect.
Oh, why? Why do you feel that way?
I feel that way because, so going back, because we haven't broken the audience of how we got connected. We got connected through our cousin, or with my cousin, who is Raulito Batalla, and he connected us too, and then disconnected from us. So he let us grow and learn from each other, and we did. We got really connected, and it's kind of like a big brother, little brother kind of scenario, and that helped me to see his vision and attach myself to his vision and allow myself to grow in the way he has let himself grow, and that has helped me drastically.
Right, in the relationship that we started, we just wanted to be able to do drop shipping, e-commerce, right, and being able to just make extra $100, and that grew into a 3-year relationship of friendship and trust. Where I do still see you as a little brother. I still see you as that, and I truly believe in everything that you're doing in your mindset. So that's why I choose to continue to be part of your life, right? Because you have the same drive and mindset that I do, and I'm very protective of who I allowed in my circle of friends. So for me, it's literally that. It's if I was able to help you in a way through my example. So I guess my Instagram account is just more like, okay, could I potentially create the same value like that, or at least open doors to add value into people? If I can, great. If not, at least I give it a shot. And I think that's the way that I live my life now, with understanding that there's fear in certain things, but that I'm just going to push through that fear no matter what. And that's why I started, just because for me, social media has been a grudge where it's been difficult to get into it, but it's just one of those things where I was like, I think you need to be able to add value somehow, some way, And that's just how I started. Just wanted to add value.
The usage of social media, right? Exactly. While you were saying that, I was thinking about how do you feel that I am part of the Christian effect?
I think it's because you're doing what I always knew that you could do, which it was following and chasing your dreams. That's literally that's basically why I started, I guess. The real truth is just because if I can be an influence to somebody, if I can say something or if I can show a picture or whatever it is, but that caused them to go after their dreams, then I want to be part of that. And I don't necessarily have to be there, but if I can believe in somebody and I can give hope to somebody that they can achieve their dreams and goals, then I already won. And I understand that, and I want to be able to give that because through my growth, like the way I grew up, I didn't have anybody who believed in me. I didn't have anybody who could just look into my eyes and say, hey, you do have what it takes. Just try one more time. It had to be all through my own experience. So at this day, I really don't know how I just never quit. It just, quit is not in my vocabulary, especially when I know that things are going to get tough. So for me, it's like, how do you part of it? It's just because I truly believe that you're going to achieve every goal that you have. And if I can be part of that and I can be a support in any way, shape, or form, then that's exactly what I'm here for. So it's beyond making money, it's beyond friendship, it's about impact, it's about believing in somebody else.
It's about doing what you came here to do, right?
Give hope.
Yeah, right. God, this conversation is so good, and my question gets erased every time. Wow, it's a good thing we can cut this out.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We can be more.
But that's why I don't want to cut it out. I want to just grab it and post it.
Yeah.
And let me get judged.
Well,
that was my question.
Okay.
How is it important to break those barriers of getting embarrassed, putting yourself out there to be judged?
Yeah.
How do you break that?
Wait, you asked is why or how?
Both.
Why? Because then you're not gonna do anything.
Oh, yeah, there you go. But the more important question is how. How do you break that?
You just start. Like people are waiting for like a recipe. Like, dude, like if the girl's there, if you like her, and there's fear of rejection, how do you get over it? You just go talk to her. If you want to start a business and if it's fearful, how do you get over it? Is you start a business.
And what does that feed?
What was that?
What does that feed? When you do what your brain does,
oh yeah.
What does that feed?
Oh, it creates belief. It creates
belief.
It creates a belief where it's like, okay, you know what? Sure, it failed, but I still did it. Right? It creates resiliency. It creates calluses in your mind that you can be able to achieve more. And you have to go through all the negativity that you're going to have. Whatever decision that you make, there's going to be some pushback on it, right? So how do you do it? Like, how do you break it? You just got to do it.
You just got to want to be judged, right?
You just have to do it. Like, the question is this, and is you need a goal, you need a dream, you need something that it hurts you that you don't have it. And only when it hurts, only when you're really that bad, then that's when you're actually going to be able to do things. Like if you really, really, really like this girl and you think she's like the most beautiful girl and you even have the thought of like, man, if I don't talk to her, somebody else will. And that's what's going to get you out. Like for me, I only wanted $500. It was like those $500, it was the most powerful thing that I wanted. So I was willing to go to any meeting, I was willing to go to any business opportunity, any like whatever connection somebody was willing to make for me. Is I went without not caring, just because that was the most important part. I didn't care who or what they thought about me or what my family. I dropped out of college and I started a business. I didn't care what people think, just because I needed that's $500. So the question is really, how bad do you want whatever you said that you want?
Yeah, right.
Because if you really want it, then you're not going to care. You're just going to do it.
Yeah.
So how do you break through? to shorten all that, it's like you just got to do whatever fear you got. You just gotta
gotta do it, right?
It's like one of my mentors said, he's from Argentina, and I had this really conversation, like a 5 minute, but he looked into my eyes, and he put his hand in my right shoulder, and he looked and he said, Christian, do this with fear, but do it. And I don't think people understand that fear is never going to go away.
I have to scratch my head for that.
Yeah, like people are not gonna, like, fear is never going to go away because it's an emotion, but you can control it. And
Exactly.
the problem is a lot of people let fear control you. So do I still have fear? Yes, but I'm still going to do it. And that's what the difference from somebody who is courageous versus the person who is not. The one who's courageous just took the extra step to do it with fear, but he still did it. And that's the difference. So for me, like, that's what I will tell people.
Perfect.
Yeah, just start.
Okay, just start.
Just start.
Just start.
Yeah, just start.
So how has networking through your businesses, at the coffee shops, in your daily life, how has networking changed who you are?
Well, it's everything.
Wanting to connect to the other person.
Yeah, I believe networking is everything. I am who I am now just because of the connections that I have. I am, like, basically it's so there's lids in your brain, in your personal growth and development, that you're able to remove by yourself. But then there's some other ones that you cannot. Somebody else have to remove that cap, so that way you can be able to believe that you're worth something more, to believe that there's more something than just the level that you have been able to experience. Like, you play video games, right?
No
more video games. You never play video games at all.
I stopped after high school.
Right. But you have played
Before,
video games,
before,
right?
yes.
So it's literally, life is just like a video game where you go out there, you don't know what you're doing, but you want to get to a certain level, and there's certain things that you have to do. But then somebody else has to come and help you in that level to be able to go to the next level. So life is just like that. So networking has been able to allow me to be able to expand my mindset in the way that I see things, so that way I can achieve higher goals that I have and that I am accomplishing.
Network is your net worth.
Network is your net worth. And I don't think people understand really that. What that means is because through connections, I've been able to meet very successful individuals. So when I came into business in what I do, which is drop shipping, some real estate, and just my regular job, it's when that happened, I didn't came in here with zero experience. I came in with my mentor experience. So instead of, they had about 7 years of experience in sales, so I didn't come in with zero experience. I came in with his experience, which is 7 years. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
so
sense.
People think, like, well, you know what, I won't be able to do it because I have zero experience. Like, no, if you are coachable, teachable, then that person can be able to download information that took him 7 years. So that's why networking is so important, because it allows you, if you're receptive and coachable and teachable, to allow you to do that. So for me, that's why the power of a connection is, because now I'm operating based in the level of experience that they have instead of my own.
Boom.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes total sense, but
makes sense over here.
well, the thing is that why is it such a struggle to get to there? Why is it such a struggle to realize that? Going back to being, if you don't inform yourself, you'll be misinformed. Why is it hard for someone to go pick up a book instead of going looking at social media and scroll?
Pride.
Pride.
People are afraid to look stupid. People think that they know better. So it's really difficult, challenging to be able to say, especially for a man, to be able to ask another man, hey, I need your help. Is that I can't provide, I don't have the tools to do it. For us, it's challenging. So as a man to be able to go to another man and ask for help when we're supposed to be the providers, we're supposed to be the protectors, and be able to do that is extremely difficult, it's challenging. So usually is when life hits us really low, where we kind of wake up and say, hey, okay, like I probably need this. So I would say if there's and I would say actually also fear. So
Fear.
pride and fear is a two very difficult things to get rid of. So fear of, oh, what are they gonna say? Well, I'm supposed to know this. I'm a man. I'm supposed to know what am I supposed to do, right? So it's a combination of pride and fear that I think it stops us from asking those questions and asking for help and going to a mentor, finding somebody. And the other thing, sometimes we just don't know where to start.
Is it hard to change?
Definitely, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely difficult to change. But again, it goes back to your dream and your goal is how bad do you want it? Because if you really want like that bad, whatever goal is that you want to achieve, right, then nothing is going to matter. Whatever you got to do to be able to achieve that dream, as long as it's ethical, as long as you're not hurting anybody else and you're respecting God's laws, man's laws, so then you just have to go through that.
Okay.
And that's about it.
What do you say? What do you say? Gosh, my fucking question. It goes in and it leaves out. So what's happening in my head so the audience can think can understand what it is, because this is authentic. I'm listening and thinking about my next question with the conversation that he's telling me and with the knowledge that he's given me, so that I can give you guys the best knowledge and the best information, so you guys can take it home and write it down, take notes, read it before you go to bed, let it marinate in your brain while you sleep, and yeah, this is the interview.
So I'll just
any last words you want to leave with leave the audience?
I don't know how well received this is going to be, but it's kind of like what I said like at the beginning, right? It's do not underestimate small beginnings. We all were sperm once. Look where we are now. So don't underestimate small beginnings.
Small beginnings. It all starts from a seed, whether it's a sperm seed or an apple seed.
Yep.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.